Here in this video we shall discuss what happened in the MonsterVerse between the events of Godzilla King of the Monsters with the subsequent death of Monster Zero and the events of Godzilla vs Kong with the beginning of Godzilla's attacks on Apex bases. So we will talk a bit on each specific event and also estimate our own timings for these monster sightings which were only vaguely mentioned in the MonsterVerse. So what do you say? Shall we get down to business? 2019, Godzilla becomes the king of the monsters. With a couple of thermonuclear explosions, the nuclear pulse, the G-Man marked the end of Monster Zero and he regains his title as king of the monsters again, with Rodan and the other titans showing up in Boston and bowing to him. In the same year, humans battle against CAMAZOTZ. On the other side of the country in San Diego, there was another titan that heeded the call of Ghidorah and only went back into the Hollow Earth after a showdown with fighter jets and the Air Force. This was the bad titan called KAMAZOTZ. In the same year again, Kong kills the remaining Skull Crawlers on Skull Island. Meanwhile in Skull Island, the Skull Crawlers begin to emerge out and join Ghidorah but were hunted down and killed by Kong, who himself ignored the Alpha Call and did what he wanted. Later in the same year, Alan Jonah acquires the Ghidorah skull. After the Battle of Boston and Godzilla being crowned the king of the world was in disarray, but Alan Jonah managed to get information on one of the skulls of Ghidorah being found in the coast of Mexico and therefore acquired it for Apex Cybernetics. Mid to late 2019, the Titans rejuvenate the natural environment. With the battle over, Godzilla sent the Titans back to their own domains, and it was discovered that just as with the Muros in Las Vegas and San Francisco, the other Titans, as well with their radiation and excretions, are rejuvenating the natural ecosystems, and at the same time prehistoric lost species of ancient vegetation are making a comeback. 2019 till 2020. Titans are sent back into hibernation. Godzilla realizes that the awakening of the Titans by Ghidorah was chaotic and too many of his brethren have come out of hibernation all at once, and therefore he decides to send them back, all of them, into slumber until the time is needed for them to come back online. Early 2020, Godzilla battles Scylla. As Scylla was attacking a group of ships trying to obtain a nuclear bomb to feed her hunger, Godzilla intervenes and a battle ensues, with the Big G quickly dispatching the cephalopod titan and kicks it to the curb. Early 2020 again, Amhuluk battles Behemoth and Godzilla. Not so long after the incident with Scylla, Godzilla comes to the Amazon forest and witnesses a battle between Behemoth and Amhuluk, with the latter getting the upper hand until Godzilla comes in between and smacks the new titan back into the water. Unspecified. Godzilla battles Genitor Swarm. Godzilla, swimming under the sea, descends into the Hollow Earth to rest in his old place. As Godzilla descends a colossal staircase into his former lair, he is swarmed by a host of unfamiliar creatures, which is the Genitor Swarm, and was attacked head-on by the leader of the swarm, which is just a sub-titan, but he managed to destroy them all in a short span of time. Early 2021, Monarch's mission into the Hollow Earth. The brother of Nathan Lynn, David Lynn, goes on a mission into the Hollow Earth under the flagship of Monarch from Skull Island, but the mission ended disastrously as the mission did not take into account the gravity inversion and the wormhole effect of the entrance into the Hollow Earth. Early 2021, Kong battles KAMAZOTZ. As a perpetual storm with winds over 400 miles per hour heads for Skull Island, a new titan emerges, the King of the Deep as prophesied by the Iwi. This titan is none other than KAMAZOTZ, which comes out and challenges Kong, trying to kill him, but with the help of humans, Kong manages to defeat KAMAZOTZ and send him back into the Hollow Earth with a gigantic punch. Again, in early 2021, the storm destroys Skull Island. After the events of Kingdom Kong and the instability of Skull Island caused by Monarch trying to enter the Hollow Earth, the perpetual storm that was created during KoTM envelops the island and makes it uninhabitable. Kong saves Gia in the process and forms a strong bond with the Iwi child. Mid-2021, the Kong containment facility is built. At some point after the storm enveloped Skull Island, Monarch puts extensive resources and work to build a facility number 236, which is a massive dome containment zone for Kong and the surviving creatures of Skull Island. Again in mid-2021, Godzilla frees TITANUS Nakika. Godzilla continues his search for a new home, led on by Mothra's gift of life, but then senses something calling out from the deeps in pain. He discovers a titan called Nakika, which was trapped in a massive net, and then he proceeds to free her, and then proceeds again to destroy a submarine and an oil platform operated by people trying to capture the mysterious titan. August 2021. Eileen Andrews becomes the Kong Whisperer. Monarch scientist Dr. Eileen Andrews becomes quite famous after the establishment of Kong's containment zone on Skull Island. She is labeled the Kong Whisperer and put on the cover of Scientific Future. Late 2021. Godzilla battles Tiamat. Godzilla finds himself under attack by Tiamat during his search for his new home. The Serpentine Titan coils her body around Godzilla and pulls him down in the underwater with a maelstrom. Initially getting the upper hand, Tiamat kept on battling Godzilla until the fight was taken on land, and the Big G then decimates the rival with powerful blows and sends her fleeing back into the ocean with a massive roar. Late 2021. The last sighting of Titans. With Kong defeating KAMAZOTZ and Godzilla's wins against Scylla, Amhuluk, Janitor and Tiamat, all the other Titans were sent into hibernation, and with that comes a lull in Titan sightings around the world, and the only ones above ground are Godzilla and Kong. Unspecified. Antarctica facility was built. In the time frame between King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong, and also with the destruction of the Hollow Earth entry in Skull Island, the only accessible point discovered in Antarctica was developed into a giant facility by Monarch. 2021 till 2024, Apex Cybernetics begins work on Mechagodzilla. Apex Cybernetics, which was a corporation founded in 2014 after the emergence of the Mutos and a battle in San Francisco, begins work on a mechanical titan built on the image of Godzilla and designed to counter future titan threats. 2021 till 2024, Apex captures Skullcrawlers for tests. It is unknown as to how Apex manages its operations, but the eventual commissioning of Mechagodzilla required tests against hostile titans. Skullcrawlers were acquired as well as their eggs to be killed in the sacrificial pit of the Mecha G. And 2024, the events of Godzilla vs. Kong. And so now we come to the domed enclosure in Skull Island, where Kong wakes up and starts throwing trees as javelins into the enclosure walls. Whereas elsewhere, Godzilla attacks Apex bases around the world, triggered by Ghidorah's biosignal from the mecha parts that are being constructed and assembled. And so with that, we come to the end of the video, so do hit that like button for support and click on that subscribe button as well to be a part of the MindQ family. But most of all, smash that bell icon for regular updates on new monster content right here on this channel. Till the next one, take care fam.